Exercise is serious business, which is why you need a professional to do it for you. I exercise so you don't have to. Please note that this video is for entertainment and maybe some inspiration. It is not meant to be instructional. Any demonstration of proper technique is unintentional and should not be interpreted as instruction. Please consult an exercise professional before starting an exercise program.
I realized that with the last video, I kept saying that I'm doing this workout so I don't have to, even though the theme of this whole series is I exercise so you don't have to. Kind of same thing, but a little embarrassing. So today I am running some trails near the library in Franklin, North Carolina. Headed out to Hayesville again to work today, so there's some great places to run on the way there, so I take advantage of that. These are trail running and mountain bike trails that are associated with a greenway trail nearby too. Probably run on that a little bit today too. Have a scrubby ecology here. I think it must have been farmland at some point that was allowed to grow up. And I just ran over some pretty nasty rocks for a field, so I don't know. Got a lot of birch growing up through here. Solomon seal. I like Solomon seal because it's edible. The leaves have a kind of a gently sweet taste. And let's go to the roots. I've only eaten the roots once, just because they're the plant doesn't propagate very well, so it'd be pretty easy to deplete a stand of them if you eat a lot of the roots. Just picking a leaf off of a plant here and there is pretty harmless to the plant, so we get to enjoy it. It's been a while since I've been on this part of the trail system, so I'm not sure exactly what goes where. Trying to be careful to keep to the middle of the trail since there's a lot of poison ivy here. Got some juniper to the left there. I think it's called cedar. I mean, it's actually juniper. Still has a nice scent to the wood though. Pretty sure that's the trail I came in on. Down here again. I've been up here in a while. I've ridden these on a mountain bike too, but oh, that probably just pops out close to the car again too. Okay, we'll get this way. I like mountain biking. I think it's fun, but it's just so much easier to get out and run without dealing with all the bike stuff. I don't even know if the tires on my bike are inflated right now. I've had to put a rack on the car, hide my helmet, make sure the tires are inflated. make sure the gears actually shift, make sure that the shock fork isn't frozen. Whereas with this, man, I can just grab more or less the same clothes. And just go. Ooh. I just went through a spider web. One problem with doing stuff like this early in the morning, first one down the trail. Doubling back this way. I'll bet this is the trail that goes by a place where homeless people sometimes camp out. Not that I have any problem with homeless, I just don't like to surprise anybody. One of the reasons I turned around where I did when I ran on the Appalachian Trail that last time was because I came to a place where a bunch of backpackers were camped out. I think it's supposed to go by there. Hopefully I can just slip past without any problem. Go that way. Went right through poison ivy. I just saw a rabbit jump off of the trail. Oh, a lot of poison ivy here. Maybe I'll wade in the creek before I go back to the car. Not real sensitive to poison ivy, but that was a lot of it, so. Here is the actual Greenway Trail. A lot of greenways are rails to trails, meaning railroads, abandoned railroads that have been converted into walking and biking paths. I don't think this is one, at least not right here. You wouldn't have a railroad with this grade. But other parts of it could be, and the grade is right, but I'm not sure if it actually is. Taking it slow, going down this hill, trying to keep my movement under control. Ran this as a loop with a friend and my kids a few weeks ago. Thought it might be fun to come back and do again. A bunch of grass here. I wonder if they're making hay. Doesn't look like it's much grass for hay, but I should find a place to get down to the creek because of that poison ivy. Means running in wet shoes, but I can't really be out that late anyway. So I gotta get to work. That should be deep enough. Not real cold. Definitely warmer than the creek by my house. It's probably good enough. I'm not real sensitive to poison ivy. Not like I was actively breaking the stems and rubbing the leaves on myself. Okay, back to it. I've definitely found that having longer periods of time in wet footwear can lead to blisters. In fact, the last time I had major blisters on my feet was actually let my feet get wet on a backpacking trip. Just a couple days, final day of a 3-day backpacking trip. But that was 1993, so had a combination of feet toughening up and just knowing how to care for them better. So yeah, almost 30 years without major blisters. I may have had small blisters here and there. For some reason, one of my toes seems more likely to get blisters, but it's pretty calloused on the end. It's only if I'm wearing footwear that's really unusual, that I'm really not used to, and rubs wrong, I have to worry about it. I say that as encouragement, like just saying that if any of y'all are blister prone, keep trying to find ways to minimize that, dial in your footwear and make sure you're wearing them enough to build up calluses, but not enough to blister at any given time. And try different things. Focus on keeping your feet dry, or at least figuring out how long you can go with them wet before you have a problem. And you should be able to figure out ways to make yourself pretty much blister free. Greenway Trail follows a sewer line, apparently. They dug up this whole area to put in the sewer line a number of years ago. So actually the sewer line predates the trail. The trail predates the sewer line, at least out this far. just have time for a short run, so I figure I'd probably be working my way back towards the car. A couple of fitness things to note is that I'm trying this run with a an idea called depletion training. Basically, I didn't eat or drink anything with any calories before coming out. I had some water this morning before I left the house, like maybe about 40 minutes before I got started here. And but the idea is that it tunes your metabolism to recruit fat on the sooner side. I mean, fat is a much more potent fuel source than carbohydrates, or protein for that matter. But the idea is that if you don't have a whole lot of carbohydrates in your system, it prompts your body to burn fat. Excuse me. And that's not so much for weight loss as efficiency. I mean, I guess it could be used for weight loss too, but a lot of it's just to, the idea is that if you can recruit your body's fat, sorry, must have gone some pollen. A lot of pollen around here these days. If you can recruit your body's fat for energy, you can go longer without refueling, or with not have to rely on continuous refueling as much. I don't really have allergies, but anybody will get choked up if they get grains of pollen in their throat. Sorry about the halted talking. I've been going uphill for a while. Well, part of the reason for my delaying breakfast too is a bit vain. Last time, in the last video, I was running along and churning up the contents of my stomach, and a rather nasty belch that I didn't want to subject you all to. So I had to edit it out. I want to do these with a minimum of editing. I'm a little concerned about what might slip past too. Having said that, I feel pretty good having skipped breakfast. I mean, my GI system is more settled, and I don't really feel any lack of energy, other than from the fact that I'm kind of out of shape for this and have been going uphill for a while. Feel pretty good. So I'm getting back to the parking lot. Here's a library. Good. Some flat where I can catch my breath for a little bit. I guess I might as well sign off and remind you that I did this exercise or workout or whatever you want to call it so that you don't have to. See you next time.
If you enjoyed this video and would like to help me make more gripping content, please like, subscribe, and buy me a coffee at coffee.com/paleopt. Thank you, and I will look forward to seeing you next time.